Well, hello, welcome back. I'm Claire, this is Purple Poppy, and as you can see, we are on Coffee Break Crafting. So, I've got a little assortment of things here today. I've got an invoice wordy stamp, I've got some stamps, I've got 3 remnants, as you can see, of Tim Holtz paper. I've got some die cuts, flowers, butterflies, moths, whatever, and I've got some letters and some numbers. Okay, and obviously I've got some ink, got a little bit of lace, and I've got some of these paper tape measures. So, checking the time, and we're on our middle page. So, what I thought was we would start with some stamping towards the left hand side of the page. Whoops, all my ink's collapsing there. So I'm just going to ink this up. As always, we don't mind if it's not complete, we're going for that scrappy look. And I'm going to go towards the top slightly. You will notice that this stamp has actually been cut in half by myself to give that more raggedy look to it. Okay, so we've finished with that, so we'll set that out of the way. I'm then thinking that I like this greeny damask type pattern, and I'm going to tear that like so. That's going to give me a nice sort of edge to my page, but I'm going to come in a bit so that you can see all of that. And then these are going to be for decoration, so I'm going to set them aside for the moment. Let's ink this up and glue it down, because I'm going to run out of desk space otherwise, aren't I? And bearing in mind we are short of time, so this is just archival sepia. It's the one that I use all the time. Yeah, I don't want to run out of time. We've only got sort of 10 or so minutes, and moving stuff around my desk all the time is going to use that up, isn't it? Okay, so we've inked that up, and I'm going to put some glue on it. We're going to get it down straight away. No messing around today, no auditioning papers or changing our mind or anything like that. We're just going for it. Semi-blind crafting is what we're doing today. So this I'm going to go lower, because obviously the stamp's up higher, and we want to work on our composition as we go. Okay, so look at my die cuts now, and I've got a lot of these Tim Holtz wild flowers, so I think maybe that one in cream. We've got some green leaves. What else have I got under here? See, I want one of these beautiful butterflies for the top, although the smaller one might be better, so we'll see. And then maybe one of these. So we've got all of those flowers along there. So let's think about gluing these down. Whoops, nearly threw me stamping platform down. Right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these deliberately in layers rather than next to each other. So I'm going to start with this one that's got virtually nothing on it, and these are a bit of a nightmare to glue. So I'm just going slowly, try not to put too much glue on because we don't want it all oozing out, but making sure that I get enough of it glued that it's going to stay on the page. So how are you all? What have you all been up to? Okay, are you enjoying the weather? Is it still not particularly good where you are? It's quite a pale green, so you may not be seeing it very well on camera, but I will hold it up so you can have a good look before we finish. The weather's still not brilliant here. We've had quite a lot of dull and rainy days. I mean, even now it's not raining, it's not cold, but it's not exactly sunny either. It's just a bit bleh, to be honest with you. So let's take that one off so we can see where we're at. Whoops, don't drop it, Claire. And then that one, see, I want to spread that out and layer it a little bit. Okay, and then this one will be the same, and because I'm working from the back forward, the layering should work for us nicely, because we did the stamping right at the back, then we did the paper to the side. Now we're doing our die cuts. Now obviously if you haven't got dies that you feel, well, at all, or ones that you feel would work for something like this, you can always cut flowers and things from magazines. There we go. So that's glued all of that down like so. And then I'm thinking, like some tickets, and this is bordering on mainly green, isn't it? So this is our sort of green cluster here. So the easiest thing is to cut all 4 of these out and then separate them as we want them. So I want this one that says Crystal Beach Park, because we've got greenery, so it definitely is like a park, isn't it? So we'll have that one, and then we'll have this 40-cent one. So that's the red one that we don't want. We'll save that for another day. Now we need to decide, are we gonna, we also need to do some poking, because there's bits here that shouldn't be, so we just need to poke these out. I do remember actually watching Louise Hines will say that it's very much easier to poke out while they're still in the dies, and I always forget that. So little tip for you, if you poke it out while they're still in the die, obviously it's got its support, so it's not likely to rip or whatever. It's the only thing about dies, isn't it? I mean, they are lovely, but they do sometimes take a bit of poking, and even if you've got one of those brushes, you've still got to spend a little bit of time messing around with them. Right, so here's our butterfly. I think I want him so that his body's just off of there. Maybe come down a bit so that we can see this leaf above him, rather than it being buried behind. So I'm just trying to work out if he's going to sit about there, then we could put one ticket underneath and one ticket above. So I'm just going to take my, whoops, Jenga. It's always Jenga here, isn't it? Take my tiny circle punch and just get a little tiny piece out of each of those corners for a little bit of authenticity. It's a big word. The middle of the week, Claire, what's the matter with you? Right, so this one is going to go about there. Then you see he's going to sit there, and then our other one, which is going to need the top corner cut off, he'll go at the top. So he's going to go about there. Okay, and then I've got this piece of lace fabric, and I'm just going to cut this off like so. I'm going to give that a little bit there so that our butterfly, which I've now lost, there it is, can sit on top of that. Although I'm now wondering if I actually want a slightly longer piece. But narrower. Never quite right, is it, somehow? Okay, let's try that. That's going to be much better. So, we're going to have a bit of glue down there, and then we're going to pop this like so. That is going to sit there like so. That's our plan, isn't it? That there. Okay. I think we're going to have this number 3. Over here. That's going to sit there like that. This one is now going to glue down because we've got our lace and our tickets down. So he's now going to sit there. That's our butterfly down. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, and then I just wanted to do a couple of green stamps. Don't really want that one with a polar bear, do we? We could use this one. So I need to stamp it and double check what is the right way round. So this is crushed olive, So it needs to go that way. Okay, so turn my book. No. It needs to go that way. There we go. I quite like that it's a bit faded. And then we're going to put one there, like that. And then I'm going to take that one off. And I'm going to swap it for this one. Now, make sure we got it up the right way. And then we're going to find, because we've got the pink there, we're going to use the worn lipstick. Okay. And the worn lipstick is going to come there. Just bring in a little bit of that pink. And we'll put one up there. So we brought the pink back in. Yeah. Now we didn't end up using our tape, so that we can save for another day. Up there is our page. So we've got the invoice, the stamps, we've got tickets, we've got interesting paper, we've got lace, got all of our die cuts, and then we've just got a little number 3 down there. There you go, coffee break crafting. I hope you found some joy and inspiration there. Stay safe, I'll see you very soon. Ta-ta for now.